Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We'll be diving right into a phone-in segment, and this morning we're opening the lines for a very critical discussion. Naming terrorism financiers. Is this the best option? Now, kidnapping and terrorism has become deeply entrenched security challenges across Nigeria, with the socio-economic impact felt in nearly every corner of the country. Now, according to the latest data from the National Bureau of Statistics, more than 1,200 kidnapping incidents were reported across multiple states in the past year alone, leading to untold human suffering, massive financial losses, and disruption of local economies. Now, families have been forced to pay ransoms, often running into millions of naira, pushing many households into poverty. Small and medium-sized businesses, especially those in rural communities, are particularly vulnerable as frequent abductions interrupt trade, agriculture, and daily commerce. Now, beyond the economic toll, these crimes create psychological trauma for victims and communities, while overstretching security agencies tasked with responding to these emergencies. Now, media reports have highlighted cases where entire villages and schools have been targeted, sometimes multiple times, eroding public confidence in the ability of authorities to protect citizens. Now, against this backdrop, lawmakers and security experts are proposing that the government publicly identify individuals and groups that fund terrorism and kidnapping. But the question many are asking is, will naming financiers truly help curb these crimes, or could it push them further underground, making enforcement even harder? Could this strategy inadvertently affect innocent people, or is it a necessary step to send a strong signal that terrorism will not be tolerated? Now, this morning, we want to hear from you, our viewers. Should the government go ahead and publicly name alleged terrorism financiers, or are there better ways to tackle the financial networks that sustain these heinous acts? Make sure you call us in or send us a WhatsApp message on the numbers displayed on your screen. We'd like to hear from you at this point. Do you think that the most effective strategy to dismantle the funding behind kidnapping and terrorism in Nigeria is by naming these financiers? So make sure you call us in so that we can hear your thoughts and opinions. Maimuna, earlier when we started this show, we spoke about a list that has been out there, but having to put those names out there so that the people can see it, maybe that would make sure that the federal government takes responsibility and hunt them down and stop and cut their finances so that they will not be able to carry out their dealings as usual.
Absolutely. Before we continue the conversation, Tony Eze is on the line. Good morning, Tony. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, the beautiful ladies and girls.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You see, the truth of the matter is that we are not a serious country. I think by now, just a little word from President will start dealing with all these people called terrorism, called militant, and so on. Just a little drop. For President to just come out in television and say enough is enough, and then give power to the military, police, and other security agencies to deal with those people. Who are they? Who are they, for God's sake? It's political will. Even though Senate do any law and all these things without political will, it won't work. So the truth of the matter is that we are living in a country where all things is deceit. All things is deceit. If the president is serious, let him come and declare war against terrorism. And give it one month and let us see whether we hear anything about terrorism. Military, police, and so on cannot give him a serious marching order. But if a president kept us in a live broadcast, get marching order, all these people will be eliminated. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Tony Eze, for calling and sharing your thoughts. Hauwa, publicly, putting those names outside in the public for people that fund terrorism, yes, it can be helpful, but then I feel it needs to fit into a bigger security plan. Things need to be done in the right way. Absolutely. I mean, when you put, these names out there without due diligence, without proper investigation, without, having a concrete evidence for the people to know and see that the government is being serious about publishing these people out, calling them out, disgracing them, and for them to face the law. Then at the end of the day, we're doing the right thing. But if we're just putting out those names there just for public shows so that people would, believe that the government is doing something.
There has to be ramifications when it comes to it. And the federal government is duly capable of picking as well as tracking down each and every financier.
They have the power.
That they can,
and if they want to do it, they can do it.
Rightly, and with the due process, right? But then at the end of the day, what happens if they are announced, if the names are put out?
That is always the big question. Are they going to be held
responsible for all the atrocities, the heinous acts that have been perpetrated?
Absolutely. Ade is on the line. Good morning, Ade. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, Maimuna. Good morning, Hauwa. How are you today?
Good morning, Ade. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Name me terrorism financier. Is this the best option? Is the best option. Name and shame. So their family too will be ashamed of them if they are not aware already. UAE, they gave list of 400 to Malami, the previous Authority General, and he told Nigeria that they have 400 names. List given to them. But Malami, because of his own interest, no action was taken. So I'm urging the present Authority General to publish the 400. And UAE jail some of them. In UAE, they jail them. Because in that place, they don't tolerate corruption. If you are corrupt, they cut your head off. But in Nigeria, they relax. They put religion and everything sentiment to it. So they should publish the 400 things. Or give it to America. America will publish it. You see what is happening in America now? How they are dealing with Somalia. They are going to deport many of them now. You see, because when you are comfortable in your country, don't cause havoc to people. You are comfortable to take life. Only God has the right to take life and give life. They don't want me has the right. But look at them, they are fine because they have money. Look at all the bandits. They listen to National Assembly. They are people wearing rag. They want spending the money. No. All those 100 million, 200 million they are taking. Now look at people in the bush now. They've kidnapped so many people. Even from my state that they were going to Okene, they are still in the forest. And they are suffering there. You see? So they should name and shame them. They can't be above the law. And they can't be more than Nigerians. No. We have the right to freedom. We used to enjoy freedom in those days. That I would travel in the night from Kano to Lagos. With no panic, nothing. But look at it now. Nobody can do that anymore. Even if you are leaving Abuja there to ordinary Abaji, you have to pray. You can imagine some people have to fast to travel to their village. What kind of life is that? When a young lady in London, 16 years old, can go out in the night, enter a bus and go and enjoy herself and come back safely. But in Nigeria, you can't. So they should name and shame them. I support publishing all the names immediately. And God will expose them. God bless Nigeria. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Ade. Thank you for calling in and sharing your thoughts.
If I can remember at a point during the late former president's tenure, President Buhari's tenure, they were meant to bring out a list of Boko Haram financiers, bankrollers. But at the end of the day, it just
went under the carpet.
Yeah, exactly. And we have a habit of finding ways to sweep things under the rug, not tackling it head on, and making sure that we right the wrongs that are happening. And when this cycle keeps on continuing, a lot of people that perpetrate heinous acts would think that it is okay to continue, and they have the ability to continue because at the end of the day, yes, the federal government can be able to track whoever it is that they want to track down, yes, they can be able to bring out those people that are perpetrating those acts in financing, these heinous acts. But are they going to do it? And
that is the big question I keep asking. Are they going to do it at the end of the day?
If, aside from naming and shaming them, an action needs to be taken in making sure that they're brought to book.
All right, before we continue, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning. My name is Kenneth. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Kenneth.
Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. Naming terrorism financier, is this the best option? For me, it's not the best option because why? You see, if the government already know who are the financiers of this terrorism, then why these people, why are they not being arrested? Why are they not being brought to book rather than naming them? Naming them does not change anything. As a Nigerian, like so far, what I know about Nigerians, they are not ashamed of anything. Like some person says that they'll be ashamed. No, they are not ashamed of anything. They can do and undo. We have seen situations where maybe a father of many children, of a family, stole from the government, and even when he's arraigned before the court, he will be smiling and laughing as if he has not done anything wrong. And in as much as Nigeria is concerned, you see, the corruption in Nigeria has eaten deep into the heart of many, that they see it as a regular thing, something that is normal, that I'm not committing any crime. Like we see the police on the extorting money from the public. They see it as a normal thing. It is not wrong to do it. So whatever they are doing, whatever anybody is doing, in as much as terrorism is concerned in Nigeria today, they see it as a normal thing because they make a whole lot of money out of it. We have seen people who say, oh, we negotiate with bandits, meaning that you know these people, you have connections with them. Because for me to go to negotiate with someone, meaning that I know you, I know what you are capable of doing, then the government would have arrested me, then bringing out these people. What this means is that the government is not ready to fight terrorism. You understand? Naming them does not change anything. For me, it doesn't change anything because you just name them and they are still on the streets moving about. We have seen people in Nigeria who have stolen billions of naira. They are on the street walking about. Nothing is being done. We have seen people who stole from others, just like we call the Yahoo boys. They steal. Even the police protects them. So how do you expect it to work? It's not that we do not know who the criminals are. If you are talking about, okay, the drugs addicts, the police know them. They don't. Is there any enforcement? No. Nothing is being done. Rather, all they feel to do is, oh, let me have my own share of it. That's what we see. Even if you name these people today, the terrorism will still continue. But for the fact that you already know these names, why don't you get these people arrested? All of them arrested. Then one after, start picking the terrorists one after. Like I know of a friend who lives within my area. He is a refrigerator repairer. He is not involved in any crime, but some of these SSS, they came from Abuja. I live in Port Harcourt. They came from Abuja and they got him arrested. They called him, oh, I have something I want to fix up. And they came to his shop and arrested him. Why did they arrest him? Because they knew that the victim they were looking for has a contact with this guy. And they arrested this guy and said, we are looking for this man. He said, I don't know this man. And at the end of the day, what happened? They locked him up. They picked up to 5 seconds and locked them up until they were able to get the person they were looking for. They got him arrested. When he told me, I was surprised. Oh, Nigeria has gotten to this level. Oh, they have this kind of intelligence. And it's not working. It's working. But the fact remains that the government doesn't want to do anything about it because the people on top, that's the leaders, they know who they are. Majority of them are involved in it. If I'm involved in a crime, would I want a situation whereby that crime will be will be exposed? No. Definitely. I have to shield it in any way I have to. So, but for me, if the government says they want to publish the names, it is not important they publish the names. The most important thing is let action be taken. Go there, pick these people up. Publishing them, these people, you are informing them, I know you. No, there is no need informing somebody that I know you are into this crime. It's just for me to go to you and pick you up, then bring out other persons who are involved in this crime. That's it. Thank you, Talk to me.
Thank you,
thank you very much
Kenneth, for calling
that.
and sharing your thoughts. When you look at the act of terrorism and banditry, Hauwa, if you remember when these issues started in Nigeria, we kept hearing statements and comments from the government and from, top people in leadership saying that we know those people, we know their financiers, we know the people that, give them arms and ammunition, we know the people that give them, those people, what have you been able to do? And that is why at this point, we're having, the issue of curbing this menace that we're facing. Because
looking at every option
exactly,
to be able to cut it
down. I strongly believe that the Nigerian government has the capacity, has the ability, has the intelligence, has everything. If they put their mind to it.
I think that's the other question. Will they do it?
That is another question. But then we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Abasenko. I'm calling from Gombe State.
Good morning,
Abasenko.
Sincerely speaking, I want to appreciate Trust TV. I don't know how to elaborate my appreciation to this television station. But my biggest appreciation is to Mr. Dibala, the Trust TV chairman. And then those that have been making things happen, like Dr. Chinwe and several others, like Otu, who have been able to educate you people in getting detailed and concrete information about this country and giving us the basic prerequisites. I want to appreciate you again and again. Yes, going to the topic of today, very, very big topic. I also want to really appreciate Abdullahi Ahmed. He has been doing a wonderful job. Each time I see him interviewing, deliberating issues, he goes to the point, the prerequisite question. Now, going straight to terrorism. What is terrorism? A lot of us, we fail to understand what terrorism is all about. It's a violence committed to inflict fear and terror and pain, to perpetuate pain on human beings. It could be religious, it could be political. Their ideological goals are what we need to probe into, which is a deliberate target to disregard the safety of the country. Now, why am I saying this? We have several types of terrorism. We have the separatist group. This is where Kanu falls in, the man in Sokoto prison now. And there is ethnocentric group. This is where people are targeted, the society are targeted, and then kidnapped for ransom. We have the revolutionary group. These groups are the ones that are looking for how to overthrow the government of the day. And then we have the religious group. These are the fanatics. Then we have the social, we have the international, we have the traditional, and we have the biological terrorism. So I'm just breaking them. But why am I bringing all this? Hello?
Oh, yeah, Basinko, please go ahead.
Okay, why am I saying this? This country, there are some people that can bring out some useful information to the arrest of terrorism or to the arrest of these criminals. Like some of us, we have this clue on how these people could be arrested. I retired 2019 with a laudable experience. It's not coming to talk on the television that is the thing. You see people, analysts coming to talk. It's not the thing. I listened when Abdullahi Ahmed was was with one retired Major General. Is it Musa Mohammed or something like that? I think Mohammed this morning. So the man was saying the fact, but it is not all what he was saying that is correct. So we believe in paperwork, we don't believe in action. So that is the major problem we're having in this country. Some of us, we have the clue how to arrest these things. Number one thing is for us to upgrade our DSS, our defense intelligence. If you don't do this, it's just a waste of time. It is not all about... Oh, shit. Hello?
Yes, Sebastian, thank you very much.
Okay. It's not all about... the financier, even though you expose them. What of others? What of others that are underground? I just want to give you an example now. Where I'm living, by left hand side, right hand side, front and back, we have this Almajiri. They are the microcosm where these people, they should ban them.
All right, thank you very much, Abasinkan, for your contributions. You know, at this point, I believe it is only when probably an independent investigator comes out and puts that out and applies pressure on the federal government, that is when action can be taken, or maybe a follow-up can be taken and something is being done. Because if they continue to have bankrollers, if they continue to have financiers that would enable them acquire anything and everything that they need in doing these operations, in perpetrating these heinous acts, then when will it stop?
I'm going to ask you that. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Hauwa.
Good morning.
Good morning. So what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel from the Yobe State.
Good morning, Emmanuel. Go ahead with your thoughts.
In fact, Maimuna and Hauwa, there's something yesterday I wanted to talk, but I couldn't be able to get a line. Concerning this, our brother, but I'll come to this very topic this morning. This our brother needs prayer. This is our minister needs prayer. This is our Australian minister for the bring back. He needs pure prayer. I like Maimuna, if you go to your husband, or your husband just retire, and they bring him back. In fact, if you are just a woman, you will not be able to like to go back again. Because one, God already moved for that place. There is danger there, and God already moved him to just retire. After going back, as a woman, you have to caution him. Why are you going back to that place? Because God already saved your life. You have to go and work. So, in fact, I will need prayer for that man, that God will save him. Because it's not only troubles alone, but people in the back of that man. Some people are not happy. Some people may be happy. Some people are not happy. But in fact, a lot of things I'm seeing in the United States. Some other people can go. You see somebody from the back, shoot that person to die. So we need prayer for that very brother. That God will save him. That's one thing I wanted to say for that. That's what I was. But once you these very people say that they measure their name. Yes, it's good to measure their name. Why they are doing that name? Let them measure it as the Maimuna said. Let the people come. So people can able to know them. People can able to know that these people, like if you go to Ghana, when the robbers come to Ghana, robbers flush everything in Ghana. Robbers flush everything. And that's why Ghana is peace today. So in fact, I need that people to mention their names and let people know their names. People know kind of people who are just when Bulldog was at that list, Bulldog would say that even though this is a promise I will see here, even though Boko Haram is still in the office. So many of them are there for this country. So that's what I wanted to contribute. Let them be praying for that our brother who came back. That's one thing. In fact, my heart is not quite okay coming back to that place. I hope that God is protecting to enjoy his family and his children and his wife.
All right.
Okay, thank you for calling in. How I wanted to add something that I have a problem, or rather I am not comfortable with, the government coming out to, make certain statements without having an action backed to it. What am I saying? When you have these names being published, that is people that are funding terrorism in Nigeria, when you have this name published and you're not yet ready carry out due investigations and what have you. For me, it kind of, suppresses your power in doing your investigations correctly, because at that time that you are publishing those names, those terrorists or the people funding them are already ahead of you. They would
Absolutely.
have another plan.
They will cover their tracks.
Absolutely.
Make sure that they're not discoverable anymore.
Me,
and create more strategies in making sure
at the end of the day.
They can be able to do their dealings without being tracked.
I respect silent plans. You're underground, you're making your investigations, you're gathering your investigations, everything that you need to gather, so that at the end of the day, when you're publishing the names of these people, you would let the law take its full course, and then the people would understand that you have actually been putting your energy and your strength from the onset in fighting this issue.
I believe that I'd rather the work be done, as you mentioned, the work be done, investigate, gather your evidence, then proceed to what is necessary in making sure that you bring those people to book, and then you publish those names. Then you put it out. That would alert Nigerians, for them to understand that, yes, the federal government is really doing something in making sure that they're trying to curb the menace of terrorism in the country.
Absolutely.
I
okay.
believe,
Yes,
that is all we have. That is all we have for this segment.